I'm gonna turn on my video here in a sec, Max.
Title will be Melina the Bright. Same as Elden Ring Melina. Melena, I think.
Melina of the Brights.
Melina the Bright. Awesome. Well, it's been a while. Good to see y'all. We left off starting combat. You entered a chamber within the Caves of Carnage. A tomb built within this small chamber. One side of it piled with gold and items of random assortment of items, as well as fish bones and rotted fish. As Nyx got closer, the corpse that was draped over this broken open casket started talking. And, as one does, Nyx decides to name drop his own name, his full name, real name, finding out that this entity is Melina, one of the companions and probably the closest compatriot to Thaddeus Holston. The corpse started rising in the air and glowing brightly with some weird inner light. And at this point in time, I need everyone to roll initiative, please. We will just jump right into it. There will be no faffing about, if you will. Oh, Nyx, that's a low roll for you, man.
Yeah. It's not showing up for me. I see it in
Yes,
the.
including the enemy.
I can't see my roll either.
You guys might want to refresh, possibly.
It lagged out for me too, right as we were rolling, and it's fine now. But
Nyx was just a bit shaken by discovering this was Melina and being targeted.
Oh, that's fair.
and so you only went 3 seconds before her instead of 13.
So, we will start combat. Nyx, you are up. You have this undead entity hovering 10 feet in the air in front of you. Long strands of decaying hair out of a skull-like cranium. What are you going to do?
Well, she's clearly dead, and she has the skulk on her, right?
Yes.
And she has declared her intentions to destroy me. So I don't think there's any room for negotiations here. Yeah. Gonna bonus action shift. Hold on. Which, let's say, increases my speed by 10 feet and gives me, what's the proficiency? 6 temporary hit points. He's gonna step back about, what is that, 20 feet or so this way, and start shooting at Melina.
Go for it. "22 hits."
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sharpshooter feat is buff.
11
At least when
misses.
it hits. Okay. And then because of Dread Ambusher, I think I get a third attack this round.
Because you went before, yeah.
Ooh, that was
Definitely
almost
hits.
crit.
Almost. 19 points of damage. Holy crap.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I forgot about the favored foe.
Guys, I'm listening to combat music from Darkest Dungeon. I think
Nice.
that fits here. That fits here too. It's really fun.
I think I know. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. It is the end of your at the end of your turn. He is going to okay, hold on one second. Yeah. She's going to use a legendary action to fire a firebolt at you.
Um, is that a deck save or?
Nope, that's a 23 to hit.
Pretty sure that hits.
Take 12 points of fire damage. As the two arrows sink in, she moves with the impact, and then she reaches out with a hand, and a bolt of fire just impacts into your chest before you can even react. And then it's her turn. Let's see here. On her turn, she is going to oh, man. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get things set up, I guess. What the heck? She is going to use a bonus action for her shimmering aura. She begins to glow ever brighter, and she sheds bright light within 30-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 30-foot radius, or additional 30 foot after that. Any creature that starts their turn within the bright light must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the end of Melina's next turn.
Within the bright light?
Within the bright light, yes. So within 30 feet of her, basically. I'll do this. There should be a... Oh, that's wrong. Which one is it? This one? Template? Right there. Right there. That is her bonus action. Her action, she will... Spirit Guardians.
Gross.
Oddly enough, as she casts Spirit Guardians, the form that these take are little piranhas, little fish floating in the air all around her. That's another 15-foot radius, which I'll put there. And that'll be her turn. She's gonna stay there, hovering 10 feet in the air. Ergi, you're up with Clash on deck.
Alright. She is not concentrating on both of those, I'm assuming. Just the Spirit Guardians.
Correct.
Okay. So I start my turn touching the circle. Do I need to roll?
Yeah, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. Within that 30 feet, so the outer circle. Yeah. So yeah, it's the bright light is shining within 30 feet. The Spirit Guardians is within 15. Sorry for the weird confusion there.
There's
That
also 30
succeeds.
foot of dim outside the bright.
Yes. I rolled. I'm just going to show you this is ridiculous. I rolled 3 ones. So you take
Oh,
1
my
point. 1 point of radiant damage.
These
Nice.
fish are just bouncing off my armor.
They really are. It's weird. You almost hear them just kind of on your armor, and you're like, "What the frick is this?"
Alright. I'll show you some real magic. You ready for
And
this?
I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah, because the brightness.
Yeah.
I thought that was at the end of my turn for some reason, and now I'm not excited about it.
And they start their turn. Yeah.
16.
16 just barely fails.
No. What?
So you are blinded. Oh, that changes. That's crazy.
Yes, I can
You
no
are
longer see.
blinded until the end of her next turn.
Okay. Well, now that I'm blind, let me quickly replan what I was going to do.
That's fair. That's fair.
All the things about creatures that I can see now become a little bit difficult.
Yeah, that would kind of ruin the plans.
Yeah. Alrighty. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do. So first, no point. Okay, yep, I'm gonna run up to where I remember her being.
Okay.
Yes. And then I'm going to attempt to attack her.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack with disadvantage. Yeah.
Oh. Wah, wah, wah. Alright,
That
one more
sound
time.
was it this was that sound on everyone else's? Okay.
20.
That hits.
Sweet. I'm gonna put a level 2 Divine Smite in this one as well.
Yeah, I would too. Cool.
Alright, that's 12 to start.
Yep. It's 48, yep.
Yes, I'm just gonna roll it.
Mm-hmm.
22
Half
radiant
roll.
damage.
22 radiant damage, 12 bludgeoning damage. All right. My brain's
Yeah, what
not working.
I'm gonna
That's
do is almost
34.
cooler.
Okay.
That's okay though.
Blinded and getting carried by these weird ghostly fish piranha things, you run up and you smack your warhammer. First time misses, second time hits her in the side, and you hear bones and leathery skin crack and crumble. No other sounds though.
1 second, let's see.
So it took
Alright, I'm good.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet to get in there. Because the inner circle is considered difficult terrain.
Cool. Alrighty. Here's my turn.
Okay. Clash.
Well, I was gonna one-liner, but being blinded kind of killed the one-liner I was gonna do.
You make
Yeah,
your con save first.
true. We'll say, as I'm being blinded, I know what my pa always used to say: if it looks like a lich and quacks like a lich, and then I'll be blinded.
Actually, you succeed.
Oh, perfect. Then they're getting a javelin. Uh, true. Ooh, right you are. I'll have to make a
5,
whiz save,
10,
right?
Do you have
15,
enough
20,
movement?
25, 30. You'd only be able to make it to there, unfortunately. And also, she is technically up 10 feet in the air.
I can't move. I can't move diagonals.
So the inner circle is considered difficult terrain, so it takes double your speed.
All right, I'll stick to the original plan then.
Yeah.
I'll pop a step out of. Is this technically out of the circle since it's not highlighted blue?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Is that javelin hit?
Yeah,
Slide
25th,
to the
yeah.
right.
21 hits.
Crisscross. Everybody, clap your hands. Shoot. What level are we doing? I have extra attack by now, right? I keep forgetting.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. True. Let's. How many javelins do I have, though? Is the question. 2. So we'll just do the 2. Whoosh. Ugh. Imagine that one
11
doesn't hit.
misses. Yeah.
Do I have any more range things? I mean, I guess I could just throw just about anything, technically speaking, but I got
Technically.
darts. I don't think that's worth an action surge. That'll be my turn.
Okay. The end of classic turn. Carson, you are up with Cal on deck. Carson, on save, please. Succeed. Yes. Awesome.
Hmm.
Nice. Oops. So you get spiritual weapon. Right. Okay. Okie dokie. Cal, you're up.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Right. With a conditional D4 stuck on top.
Nope.
Yeah, that'll do.
That definitely does. Yep.
Well, I am gonna pull a extremely ornate horn out of my bag and start playing some very foreboding music, and I need a wisdom saving throw from her. And I am choosing everybody else in the group to be immune.
Oh, okay. You start playing the Horn of the Goat. She looks down at you, cocks her head, waves of stringy hair over her face. Cute. She is immune to being frightened.
All right. Well, that's information. uh, cool. Well, that will get slung back on the ring at my belt, and we're gonna give a point of Bardic to Carson. And I'm gonna step to there, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Top of the round, Nyx. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alrighty. Da-da-da-da. 1d4. 18.
It does succeed. Yeah, DC, I'll just tell you, DC 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely stepping out of the circle that way, 10 feet that way, and going to start shooting again at Melina. Oh man.
The arrow hits the stone behind her.
Let's try that again. Oh. Total of
12
probably
misses. 12 misses, yeah.
Okay. That's that's my turn.
Just because I totally forgot about this. Forgot about these. She's going to use... At the end of your turn, she's going to use a... what's it called? A legendary action to make a radiant touch attack against Ergi. Remind me, against blind creatures,
Advantage.
would an attack be with advantage?
Yeah.
Attack rolls anyway, yeah.
Yep.
Gonna have to be.
She rolls a 24 to
Darn.
hit.
I should have used Shield of Faith.
Okay. She reaches down, grabs you around the neck, only dealing 8 points of radiant damage. But you can feel the burn kind of seep into your fur around your neck, around your throat.
Is that grip sustained?
It is not.
Okay.
She does let go after that. I'll switch that. Okay, now it is officially her turn. Get her legendary actions back. And yeah, I think she's gonna do this. She is going to spend one of her 5th level spell slots to use a meta magic twin spell to cast Twin Enervation, targeting both Nyx and Ergi. Both of you to make dexterity saving throws, please. Yes, you do.
Oh man. How did we both do that?
Oh my gosh. Okay. You watch as dark tendrils, almost coming out of her shadow, reach out and start wrapping around both of you, not holding you in place, but draining and sapping the life force out of you. You both take 19 points of necrotic damage. Those target, those tendrils of shadow, those tendrils of darkness, stay attached to you. Both of you.
Hmm.
Um, oh, I did not read that last part. She also then regains, I'll say 18 points of hit points, as though that life force, part of it is sucked back into her. Feels just a little bit from both of you. My music went away. What the heck? I think YouTube thought that I wasn't listening anymore. She will then stay 10 feet in the air, but shift over here. The that one actually goes away. Bright light at the end of her turn dims. And I also realized her Spirit Guardians went away as well. Observation is a concentration spell. Which I realized she wasn't making concentration checks. Sorry. Yeah, that it will be. Yeah, she'll just stay right there. That'll be her turn. Ergi, you are no longer blinded. And now it's your turn.
All right. Okay. I am not going to try that. Alright, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Vow of Enmity.
Right?
Anyway, I'll read it to you. It's not letting me use it because something's missing a sense, whatever. As a bonus action, you can utter a vow of enmity against a creature you can see within 10 feet of you. Using your Channel Divinity, you gain advantage on attack rolls against that creature for 1 minute or until it dies. Drops 0 hit points. I'm going to use that.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to attack. With advantage.
I'll say she is. That was really loud.
Sorry.
Dang, okay.
I'll just roll crit. And then 16 bludgeoning. Yeah, that's what I'm excited about. So does that double the 3 or does that double the 48?
What level are you putting another second level into this?
Yes.
Then yes, it's going to be 8.
8d8.
Might crit a lich. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
34 radiant damage.
Dang. How does your crit look? Like, what does it look like? She's hovering about 10 feet in the air above you, just enough to where you can reach her. You come out of blindness, you look around, you see her, you notice that she's starting to look a little worse for wear even before you hit. How does...
Yeah. So as the blindness or like just the darkness kind of dissipates from my eyes, I'm kind of looking down, and as I look up, I see just pain. And I have like these tendrils connected to me, and this evil person is there, like laughing at someone who just tried to frighten her or whatever. And I'm just become enraged without raging. And I have gold flare in my eyes as I raise my hammer.
As you hit,
An audible bonk.
with an audible, several bonks and a lot of cracks and crunches, you hit... She's facing away from you at this point in time, and you hit her spine. And with that, she falls down, prone to the ground, is still moving. But with that crit, and with the damage you dealt, you knocked her out of the air.
Nice.
That was
Now
your, if I
roll
remember
my
correctly,
second
your
attack.
first attack.
Yes.
So I'll say she's prone right now.
21.
21 hits.
Okay, so I'll roll damage and then I'll put a level 1 smite in this one.
Can I just say that as you're explaining that gold started coming out of your eyes and you're explaining yourself, the Elden Ring theme song just started playing. And the timing was epic.
Nice. Alright, so this is a level 1, 2d8 plus 1d8 because she's undead. Yep. So 8 bludgeoning, 13 radiant.
She's not down yet. Well, she's down, but she's not out.
Alrighty, that's my turn.
She needs to make a 25 Constitution saving throw for concentration check, which she's going to fail unless she rolls a 20. Let's go plus, what was it? Plus. She has to get a 19 or 20 on this.
Bop.
Yeah, 16. The black tendrils fade. As neither of you are marked anymore.
I was gonna say, y'all ever see how they put a railroad tie in? A railroad spike? Because it looks like it's mall time. It's 18 hit.
18 hits. Barely. 9 points of damage.
Oh wait, advantage because flank.
You know, don't even bother with the
18.
second one. So, because how do you want to do this?
I just think because we both hit multiple times, we're just standing there like a railroad spike, hammer, 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 until she's, dusty paste. Well, you know what I mean.
As you hammer down, in the moment of impact, something exits the corpse. A shadow. Something dark. Little specks in it. Flees and enters into some of the cracks in the ground. before rushing, and you can see it move across and in between the dirt, the dust, the rocks, moves past you, Clash, and makes a beeline for Nyx. Nyx, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please. No,
Real
a
quick,
Charisma save.
is it
Charisma
is
save.
it a physical like entity leaving my range of attack? Because I still got a reaction and a hammer.
It's true. You can give it. You can attempt to attack it.
So a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, I assume a 25 will hit it, but if
Hit
not,
25. As you slam your maul down, it crunches the area, some of the area that this entity, whatever it um, is taking up. There is a part of it that is kind of dissipated, but the rest of it reconvenes and continues at Nyx.
21 charisma save.
You look down just in time to see a hand reach out of the ground full of stars and latch around your ankle. And while this entity does enter your body, you are not corrupted by the skulk. To make another charisma saving throw against possession. The first one was for the skulk.
Lovely. 18.
18.
he's blessed, right? And they get a +4 to that too.
That is with
Oh,
with
okay.
+4. Um, it doesn't turn into a full possession, but your mind, for a second, retreats into itself. You find yourself standing in the middle of the hidden stash. They're strewn about the tables, but nobody's there. As you turn, the doors are closed. Everything looks new. You remember what just happened, and you understand that you're not actually here, but you can't help but take it all in. You look around. Um, there's no carvings on the tables like there are in the hidden stash that you understand, that you know. There are no scuff marks. It's like this place was just brand new built. And as you're looking, you're turning around, you hear the clinking of cups towards the bar. You turn to see a half-elven woman standing there. Where Marla normally stands, she is cleaning a cup. She got a rag in her hand. She looks at you. Thaddeus was always too smart for his own good. I'm being drawn away. We don't have much time. And we'll cut from there back to outside. You all watch as Nick stiffens As I said, it doesn't go into a full possession, but he does stop moving and just stands there. Yes, sorry.
Prepared action for if Nyx becomes hostile to cast a spell.
Standing there, his eyes are just—they're kind of the far away look, the zoning out. Not angry, impassive emotions on his face. What the rest are you doing?
You know, my pa also said if it looks like a lich and quacks like a lich, it could also just be a ghost. I'm gonna go loot. Is it all skull covered?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna loot.
There's quite a bit of it that is covered in skull cap.
I'll try to talk to Nyx. I'll say like, Nyx, you all right?
No,
Mhm.
you
It wasn't
actually.
ghost. It was goose. It was a goose, not a ghost. I'm mumbling to myself as I'm looking around.
Does
Sorry.
Nyx hear? Does Nyx hear Ergi?
At this point, we'll cut back to Nyx in the tavern. You hear from out the door Ergi's voice, muffled, kind of far away, like he's down the street a little bit, but shouting loud. She looks out the door. I'm sorry. My name's Melina. Trapped.
Melon.
I've been trapped for I don't know how long. The body wasn't supposed to be what it was. So I guess my corpse. She kind of takes a deep breath at that. Like the idea of death still, for all this time, bugs her. I was dead. I was supposed to move on. I saw the other side, the light of the bonfire. There were these
So what
wet.
stopped you?
I'm not entirely sure. These things woke me up or something. They were wet and dripping water, I think, and bowing, praying. I couldn't see very well. I didn't have consciousness, or at least I didn't have consciousness. They offered things, and you can see for a spirit, she's visibly shaken. She wasn't able to move on. Terrifies her. Yep. Easily enough, he actually goes along with you. He moves when you move him, keeps his balance. Then when you ask him to lay down, he sits and lays down stiffly, but he does quietly. Back in the tavern, she catches your eye, Nyx. He really is his heir.
I'm sorry, say again.
Are you really his heir? Thaddeus.
I really am descended from him.
Good. Your bloodline is tied to this. All of it. Somehow. He brought me down here, down into this hellhole, to lay me to rest. And also to finish me. Didn't want me turning into one of those things. Somehow I turned into something worse. You see the back door that you're familiar with goes back into the kitchen. There starts to be a bright glow behind it, like a bright orange undulating glow, like a fire's light. She looks back at it. I really don't have much time. Um, Somewhere around here there'll be a key. Um, if I don't, I don't want you to go on. I don't want you to find what was further down and what came out of the mines and below. But I have a feeling you're tied to everything already. The key is what will get you into the mines. It should be somewhere around my tomb, my coffin. Take it, go deeper. Thaddeus is probably still down there. That's where he was going after he, Mercy, killed me. You understand?
Yes, I'll find the key.
Hope it's not too late for him. This thing that the door starts to catch fire. This thing that came out from beneath the mines, the place of blue fire. It can't spread. It can't get out. And it, unchecked, it will. I've felt it. I've heard it. Out. Or this, not just the town, the continent will be gone. Eventually everything will be taken by the Skok. The fire starts to burn towards her. you'll make sure it's destroyed or something. Sorry. Make sure it's destroyed or at least sealed or something. Stop it. Promise me?
I promise. I,
I think I'm ready, finally. And she looks back at you. Thank you. Thank you for releasing me. The fire starts to lick up her legs. She doesn't scream out in pain. She sighs. And as it consumes the rest of her, you wake up. You're laying down. Tarzan's standing above you, his hand outstretched, a slight golden glow prepared. Ares kneeling down next to you as well.
Three. Um, if we don't go deeper, the continent will be destroyed. And there's actually another key around the coffin here somewhere. Sorry, I just spoke to the real Melina.
I thought this was going to go in another direction.
Yeah, Nix will tell them what Melina told him about the key, about the skulk, about whatever is below the mines.
Well, it seems pretty serious. I, for one, will need a good rest before I continue. Maybe we find that key, though.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
If you heal a single target, you can add a D8 healing. Well, use my bardic for that, right? Like,
Uh, well, Nix. Despite how Nix
yeah,
is feeling, he's gonna start.
Thank you.
Yeah, despite how Nix is feeling, he's gonna start getting up to start looking for the key over by the coffin.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
I'm also prestige cleaning everything as we go.
Oh, not a great roll.
You take a while to investigate around the rubble that is the lid of the sarcophagus. Despite feeling like you've done an okay job looking through things, you do not find a key. However, I will say you do notice within the sarcophagus itself, there are several, I'm just going to say it's smaller relics, I guess, or sort of things like that. There's a chunk of stone with some writing or symbols on it. There's a, uh, a scroll that's kind of starting to decay, especially now that it's been exposed to oxygen, um, or the air. You find a falling apart doll, um, which they seem to be relics of Melina. Things that she may
So
have.
relics of what? Oh.
Sorry, I don't know why it's cutting out. Relics of Melina. Some of her possibly personal belongings.
Happen to be any blades around? Prosthetics?
No prosthetics.
Uh,
And that's millennia. Thank you.
Fair enough.
She did not have a staff, no. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be. There doesn't seem to be anything of magic on her person. Um, Give me 2 seconds here. You do see that there is, or you do sense, I should say, there is one piece of magic that is in the gold pile, golden golden fishbone pile. There's not. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So, after a bit of work, a bit of prestidigitation, and all of that, you do seem to get uh, the loot clean. Uh, in total, you find an assortment of gems and jewelry that Karzin you appraised to be about 150 gold pieces total. Um, there are approximately 25 or so different fish carcasses. sure that's what you guys wanted. Um, a small pile of 25 platinum and 53 gold. I'm just going to round up with that because I don't want to deal with silver and copper, if that's okay with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
53. And then in the very back, you see this long, beautiful black ivory handle. Looks like a chisel, like a woodworker's chisel. And that's what's pinging magic. Your detect magic. This would be enchantment. Okay. Ritual cast or just straight up? Okay. While he is casting Identify on it, what are the rest of you doing?
Scooting all the skulk into the lava. Using Presage.
That's fair. Like a weird sweep, like a weird ethereal broom. You're sweeping things into the lava. You hear that it lands in there, and it sits on the top for just a second.
I kind of want
Before,
to search. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but sits on the top of the lava, similar to the ring at the end of Lord of the Rings before falling in.
I kind of want to search the area, like the whole area here,
Okay, go ahead and
for the
make an
key that
investigation
he
check.
was talking about. Okay.
Now, Clash gonna be helping look for the key as he mumbles about duck metaphors and tries to remember them.
Nice.
It
Carson?
Go ahead.
Okay.
As I'm kind of bumbling around, I'm just mumbling. What was it? If it weighs the same as a duck, it's a lich? No. Just bumping around and stuff.
That
That's now
took
going to
me
be a
way
canon
too
statement.
long. That took me way too long to figure out what you were going for. Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. After the requisite time, the identify spell goes off. In your mind, you get the sense that this is just a straight magical item. It's called the chisel. It's called the chisel of the undead sculptress. Will You can find it in the items tab. In the items tab.
Is there still a skulk on the corpse?
There is. The corpse? Okay.
What was the type of saving throw?
Do you guys think the key would be on Melina's body? Like, the key has to be around here somewhere.
Well, I guarantee you it's not in the piles of stuff that had skulk in them because I've been slowly taking those apart. So it's either like in the sarcophagus or on her body or
Oh,
it's
did
not
we
here.
not loot her body yet? Yeah, I'll rummage. Does she have like cloaks, pockets?
Careful not to touch the skulk.
Are you avoiding?
I thought you cleaned the skulk.
Not off her.
Oh,
She is skulk.
she is skulk. Hmm. There's a conundrum for Clash. Can you clean the
Also
skulk off me if I touch the skulk?
at the cost of resources, but yes.
Ah.
Well, I can't. I shouldn't talk for literally everybody else in the party who can besides me.
Is there a paladin spell that just makes corpses like vanish, so all that's left is the gear?
Oh, yes, yes.
Disintegrate body?
Oh, wait, no.
It's called Fire Pit.
Go ahead.
And I'll help him.
Did we look down that ominous tunnel with the big fire pit?
And we're gonna take a rest after this, right? I'm gonna give you Bardic as well, D8.
Rest.
Advantage
I'm
plus
feeling
a
great.
D8 plus a D4. Yep. That's, I guess that's still pretty good. That's, All right. So, a thorough search of the corpse reveals nothing. You're very careful around the skulk. You avoid touching it, and you feel confident that there was nothing on her person.
Well, if she goes in the lava.
Fair. Um,
That's actually kind of fitting for her.
around the rest of the tomb area, once again inside the sarcophagus, you find her knickknacks, a chunk of stone with some runes or carvings or some language on it. You find hidden under some rocks, you find a little toy boat. But you feel pretty confident looking all the way around everything here that there is no key. You have never seen a language like this before. Or I don't think you've seen a language like this before.
Hey, time for me to shine. Cal walks up, cracks his neck, and starts ritual casting Comprehend Languages.
Flash is also there, squinting, stroking his chin. If it's giant or goblin, I got you.
You look down, you start to squint at it, Clash. And your ponytail, or no, not ponytail, your braid, is that the
Yeah, the braid.
braid of billowing? The billowing starts to get a little bit more billowy,
Billowful.
billowful, and it starts to like whip around your head a little bit, smacks you in the eye. And you're like, oh, the heck. You don't recognize it as any other language that you read.
Ah, I knew I shouldn't have taken Goblin as an elective.
Cal, where are you sitting right now? Where are you ritual casting this?
Where exactly was the writing?
It's up in the sarcophagus.
So yeah, then I would be about here.
Okay. As you look down at the writing or symbols or something like that, it takes you a second, but it's familiar.
Oh,
No, further back than that. You try and figure out what it is. Make a history check.
sorry, I'm just making sure that I don't have anything relevant here. Okay, no, I think that's all I get here. Yikes.
14. It's not bad. You guys have been rolling really well for level 5 characters, by the way, so 14 is pretty good. Oh, there's a little slip of paper in a back pocket somewhere on your person.
Oh,
Started this whole question for
ew.
you. And as you look
Cal's
down,
gonna look around at the group real quick and consider. Get maybe a little look of like conspiratorial distrust for a split second. Then he's gonna shrug and start pulling out papers and laying them all over this floor out here. If I can find them.
Keep it away from the lava.
they aren't really things to, well, some of it I'm assuming is musings and
It's any
notes,
of
right?
my notes. Does this actually work? Yeah, there you go. Hidden is what it says for you. uh, here, can I? I put it in the main items folder. Ancient map. Just in the main folder. It has a broken image and it's called ancient map. I don't think I can. Can you, Josh?
I think I can, yes. I think I can. I think I can.
Hmm.
So you're saying the symbols the second image are what we're seeing.
Similar symbols, yes. In fact, it's a sliver of rock about yay big, and the left three symbols are the ones that you see, going from top to bottom.
And it's just the three symbols, exactly the same order.
I mean, there's a little wear and tear on the
Yeah.
the rock itself, but yeah, you can recognize those three symbols. And you know, Cal, before you even start to cast or ritual cast the spell, because you've tried it on
Oh yeah. I
these,
stopped ritual
you,
casting because
you know it wouldn't work.
Yeah, for sure.
Words that are immune to magic.
It
This
just
is
means that
Clash
they're
ruminating
not.
still, by the way.
That just means that they're not language.
Hmm. Then they're numbers.
You've never seen the language or the symbols at all. And the map itself, you're familiar with what the continent looks like. Uh, Make a history check.
Mm.
Jeez. You know exactly what the continent looks like. You studied maps, trade routes, everything. You've even studied some from other continents on the planet. Rare as those are in this era, there is not a single land feature that matches this on the continent.
What if it's upside down? This is still Clash.
Good guess, bud. I tried that.
No, real talk. Technically, how does magic decide what language is and isn't? Because language is just symbols, really. You know what I mean? But all language is just symbols. So any symbol is a language.
If I was playing one of my other characters, you would have just gotten a ramble. But Cal just kind of looks to Carson to see if he knows.
Hmm.
But like
Clash is pretending to understand what he's talking about.
as far as like comprehend languages, why would this not work if it has meaning?
So it has no meaning. Like a code? Mm-hmm. Mm,
Why not?
now I get you. This is an octagon. No. Comprehend math.
I
There
think you
should
have to
be though.
comprehend
There
math
really
in
should
order to
be.
cast spells.
I'm pretty sure the comprehend math spell is just called ChatGPT.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so bad.
It's got the consistency of augury, you know. So comprehend math, wheel or woe.
It's all woe.
It's all woe. So this isn't anywhere on this continent.
Or to
As far
Carson's
as
knowledge,
Tarzan
any
can tell,
continent.
Could it be underground? I mean, we're underground. Maybe it's like
That's
it's not as big as it looks.
that was my best guess, and I heard some stories that kind of pointed me here. My theory has been that it's somewhere in these catacombs.
So maybe those aren't like mountains, or they are mountains. It's a really big underground place.
Yeah, I don't know. Hmm.
I have proficiency in Arcana for some reason.
Depends on the plane, but yep.
By contrast, this is why I like playing dumb characters.
The problem is I'm a sorcerer. Me as a person is a sorcerer wizard multiclass, and I'm playing a bard.
Um,
Uh, oh,
looking at the scroll that's in the sarcophagus, does it look to Nyx like it would fall apart if you try to touch it or open it?
It could, but you could probably, if you're very, very gentle with it, probably you can unroll it, unfurl it. It does have that look to it of uh, maybe a final note, final letter, almost
Yeah,
faded
Nyx
on the
is
top.
wait.
Almost faded on the top. You can see some scrawling, or it is faded on the top. But you can see some scrawling of maybe a name of some kind, but it's hard to tell. The map doesn't. The map isn't accurate.
He also said that there was a lot of silver and copper that he didn't actually give us and just rounded up, and so
Yep.
that's my assumption is just he's being nice and not making us keep track of all of that.
yeah, Nyx is gonna go ahead and yeah, Nyx is gonna try to gently unroll the scroll, where it's sitting at.
Just for the sake of it, make a dexterity check. Make a dexterity check for me. Guidance trigger
Guidance is
happy. 1d4.
1d4. Okay.
Easily enough, you do manage to unfurl it a bit. And while the ink is mostly faded and worn, you do catch certain phrases and things of "I'm sorry, my friend. See you in the next life." It does seem to be an apology note almost from what you do see is it is from Thaddeus to Melina.
Hmm.
I have an idea / question. So this stone thing that we're looking at, can you describe like where it's located again? What it looks like? Make
It's
sure I
in
understand.
here. It's only about yay big.
Like it's a loose slab. It's not
Yes.
like in anything.
Yeah.
Have we picked
But
it?
it
Like we
doesn't.
picked it up and it's not like there's nothing under
Correct.
it. Cursed. Okay. Clash is gonna lean over to it, kind of look over. You said cipher, right?
Potentially.
It can't. It's just, if it's not language, it's cipher. It could be cipher. Another word for a cipher would be key, right?
Technically, the thing that is the solution, like, is the way to decode the cipher would be the key.
Right. She said the key is in here and we haven't found a key yet, right?
Uh, you know, maybe.
Just thinking.
This is all assuming that
I mean, the last key was a flute, so
That's fair. No, maybe lost in translation. I don't know. Do ghosts speak the same language that we do?
she was speaking the
it's
same
really unclear.
language.
Think maybe we should at least bring it with us. Maybe take a charcoal
Well, I was gonna
sketch
do
of it.
both of those things already, so yeah.
Perf.
Well,
This is assuming that it's not the key we already found.
Mm.
kind of
Or did
noticed
we find?
something on the map. It looks like some of the symbols on opposite sides are almost unfinished versions of each other. What if we like hold the rock up and I don't know, does this map see through it all, or is there any way we can use the rock to finish the symbols? I don't know why that would be important, but
Okay.
anyway.
I hold up the map and the rock over each other and wiggle them around and see if anything happens.
I mean, nothing happens. You do get the symbols on the left to line up with the rock, and vice versa. I mean, it's just a more of a confirmation that they are actually the same.
Mm.
Yeah.
No variations. Hmm. Hmm.
So are we taking the rock with us then?
Oh yeah.
Pose.
Okay. Well, whoever wants to, go ahead and put. Um,
I'm gonna put it in with my map.
Yeah, might as well.
symbol rock, something like that. Rune rock.
Okay. Now let's gather up these other papers. I mean, you don't want to leave those behind, right?
Oh yeah, I gather everything up. I took a separate rubbing of the rock and I'm taking the rock both separately. I'm keeping them in different bags.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Okay.
So let's see. Either it's the key we already found, or
But you say another key, right? If I recall.
you know what? I think I'm the one who assumed it was a different key.
Mm.
But she said there should be a key around here somewhere. So
we have a detect key spell?
I mean, the last key was vaguely magical, so in theory, detect
Would
magic
have
key is
shown up.
that.
The Shadowbound Wayfinder?
I have a detect or locate object spell. I don't have it prepared though.
I think that also
Yeah, look.
requires you to be familiar with the object.
It does.
And she didn't describe the key to us at all. Shoot. Augury?
She didn't
Anyone
have
got
much time
Augury?
before she.
Augury would at least tell us if the key is in this room. Or no, because wait, we have the other key with us. So whoever has the key with us needs to step out. And then we ask Augury if there's a key that she's specifying in this room. Or both.
The plural.
That's the thing you're. Yeah. Um,
So,
Jack 2 is woe, and thanks.
whoa, 3 aces.
Now you get 3 aces, and you're like, what the heck?
That's very. That could be woe still.
You start shuffling your cards, preparing the question in your mind. As the ritual ends, you draw 1 card. As you flip it over, it is the Suicide King.
King of Hearts.
Hmm?
Just King of Hearts for anybody who didn't know the reference.
Yeah, sorry, King of Hearts. And you get the sense of woe.
So the key either isn't here, or if it is, we probably shouldn't touch it.
So we search elsewhere in the cave, I guess?
Can you ask it if we already have the key?
Casting Augury multiple times, 25% chance of bad ideas.
We're going to rest soon anyway, I guess, so we can try it next time. Yeah, I mean, I'm basically full HP, so I'm not opposed to wandering around.
A short rest gets me back bardic, and other than that, I'm full.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can finish it out. That's fine with me.
Okay, short rest it
I'm gonna
is.
say canonically Clash did not get a short rest because he spent the entire time using all of his brain power energy on that. Yeah.
Okay, we complete the short rest, right?
Yes. Yeah, you're good. You guys rest. Kind of oddly enough, sticking by the warmth of the lava. And
A little brimstony, but it's comfortable.
yeah, it is.
It adds
The
flavor to the food as you roasting some sausage over it.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
bit of sausage, a bit of sausage, bit of sulfur,
Mm,
sulfuric taste and smell, but
good for
it's
your
not
bones or
overwhelming.
something.
Something, not overwhelming, and it you get used to it over that little bit. Um, but it's quiet in here. Up above in the level above you guys, you heard the cracks of the ice, the shifting of the rocks down here. It is silent.
Hmm.
I'm nervous that something similar with time is going to come into play, as happened to us in the first layer.
You mean like with how Slab's device were blocking parts of the path?
Yeah.
We must be safe.
Or he's rolling things behind the scenes and we just don't get to know about
Mhm.
it. Or it hasn't been relevant because we haven't left this room in a while, and so he's just going to decide after we leave.
I'm kind of curious about these little rock piles over here. There sure are a lot of them. Whatever it is they are. Rocks, spider eggs, uh, uh, baby bullets. Like, who knows?
Definitely that last one. Yep.
Definitely.
Changing my notes. Okay.
A whole army of baby bullets. Got it.
I'm assuming Cal is keeping the dancing lights going,
Yeah, bringing him with us.
because I know, or at least pulling them back up. I should say probably.
I don't think I ever used concentration.
They only last for like 10 minutes, so
Okay, yeah, whatever. Constantly recasting them whenever they run out.
yeah.
I'm on iPad, so I cannot. It's alright. Clash kind of he wants to mosey this way.
As
Don't
you
touch anything, okay?
as you get close to those things, you're not sure
Mhm.
exactly what they are until the light starts glinting off of black petals. They are black flowers, slowly giving off, it looks like smoke or ash that starts to rise and then vanish.
Hold on. Clash is gonna do something real quick. Hold on. Hold on.
Do it, do it.
What I get? 12.
12.
Okay, that's above 10. Clash immediately covers his mouth and nose. Um, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know what that is.
Nix. Nyx will cover his mouth and nose since he saw Clash doing it because like Clash might actually be doing something smart for once. Did I say that out loud?
Oh wait, that's a dex saving throw. I meant to do intelligence. What's my intelligence modifier? +0. Okay, 10. 10 is 10's a success still. Okay. All right.
I'll get close and I'll try to identify whatever it is.
Okay.
I have lots of protections against things.
Yeah,
And I'm immune to disease.
make a. Let's call this a nature check or
Okay.
an arcana check. Arcana will probably get you more information, but the DC is going to be higher.
Does
Okay. Can I
does
Can I
Clash
use
squinting suspiciously count as assisting with the roll?
No, I'll just go for it.
can I assist with the
Probably
Arcana?
not.
Oh, hey.
I
All right. All
Nyx
right.
has proficiency with Arcana, so Nyx maybe could help.
I think we're good here.
Oh, big rolls.
So, two things. First, with the nature check. These flowers, A, are flourishing here without sunlight. B, there is a sweet aroma in the air that is a little alluring, I guess you can call it. It smells nice, but only as soon as you get close to these things. Flowers of this nature that would be that would be here. It doesn't seem like they are actually giving off or puffing anything into the air. There's no pollen. What you're seeing is something else. It almost looks like an after image of something dark and shadowy, just kind of vaporous, but not actually there.
Hmm.
One of the little bits of vapor actually kind of floats towards you, Ergi, brushes up against some exposed arm, but doesn't do anything, doesn't hurt.
Does it like visibly pass through him, or does it dissipate on contact, like
It
an
dissipates.
illusion? Or
It dissipates on contact. What were you saying, Ergi?
I was just saying, well, it doesn't hurt.
Karzan, with that Arcana check, these are the strangest flowers you had ever seen. And with a little bit of cool, it is not picking anything. Um, Years ago, there was a uh, the only reason this is coming back to your mind is because of that dark vapor that doesn't hurt. It didn't hurt Ergi. Years and years and years ago, one of the miners, before the mine fell, um, one of his family members got sick, and you were tasked to aid in the healing process. The healing went really quickly, really easy, but she kept getting sick. This little 13, 14-year-old girl, miner, kept getting sick. And every time you healed her, she would just keep getting sick. Eventually, it got better, but not before you noticed some new flowers in her room. One of them, a small black bud that looked very oddly similar to these. The only reason you're thinking of this at this point, with all of that, it just all clicks in this one moment with that very high roll. It wasn't, you couldn't tie the flower to the sickness at that point in time, but now seeing the two, I don't know, it's just a weird coincidence that you see them here, them now.
Take a step back a bit. Continues eyeing them suspiciously. Hmm. Well, in the village I'm from, whenever there was diseased plants or, sickness that was on like clothes and stuff, we just went and burned it. You know what I mean? We got any big fireball, torches, boom. We got all that lava.
Where I don't think we can move the lava.
Hmm. How do we get lava from there? You think it might be like a root system with something else underneath?
Trying to remember. Yes.
Oh, because myconids.
Oh,
Remind
what?
me, what am I gonna do?
A myconike. It's a myconike. It's a little candy.
Okay.
True.
Okay.
How common knowledge would you say the Underdark is for the average adventurer?
Bedtime stories trying to scare little kids away from going down into caves, for
Like
the most part.
drows, duergars, mind flayers. Most people don't know about that kind of stuff.
I mean, they know about the dark elves and
Mhm.
the dark dwarves or the deep dwarves, but and the deep gnomes. But for the most part, the crazier and more terrifying entities and denizens of the Underdark are um, what's the? They are, the names are there, but the understanding is inaccurate.
Okay. So you'd say as a board guard who's obsessed with fairy tales and adventure stories would have at least a knowledge of the existence of the Underdark, basically.
Yeah.
To an extent. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Clash
Whoa, whoa!
on the
That was a low blow. Fluffs are awesome.
no, probably not.
Are you
Depends.
sure?
Depends.
Flying jellyfish that glow in the dark? No, they're weird.
Very alien. Clash will be more visibly excited now, visibly more billowing. Are you saying we're near the Underdark? I mean, we've been under in the dark, but is this the Underdark? Clash is nodding excitedly.
Can we see anything past the flowers?
You have dark vision? I can't remember.
I do.
Yeah, you do. You can, sort of, yeah. You see. I mean, it's pitch black. Um,
Bless you.
oh, that snuck up. Excuse me. It's pitch black over there, but the cavern does turn to the right a little bit, and you can every once in a while see little shimmers of something reflecting just past the last of the flowers.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
So is our plan to just, clear more of this area? It cuts off our retreat. Yeah. Right. But is our
Yeah, let's
general
do
game
that.
plan to just kind of clear rooms? Okay.
Well, maybe we can look around.
Hey, Cal, being the
I mean, we could.
farthest north, can you
Yes, sir.
make a perception check for me?
Yeah, huh?
Gene? Okay. You all of a sudden
Get showered in
from
sunshine and rainbows.
a unicorn walks in and says, "You are the chosen one."
I already knew
Nice.
that. Leave me alone.
You to the north path. Um, a couple of things. First, you see that there is an old rickety wooden bridge built probably 15 feet up in the air, spanning two upper areas.
Meaning we could walk under this, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You also hear from that direction somewhere small. Sounds like metal on metal. Just
I'm
kind of.
gonna immediately drop dancing lights down to like a dim, like red, similar to the color of like the lava in the area, and bring them in closer to the group.
What's up, Cal?
Heard something.
Yeah, Nyx is gonna quietly step over to the left to see, and up next to Cal to see if he can see anything.
And Ergy will step right in front just in case.
Sorry, I'm messing too much with this.
Note, though, Ergy is not attempting to be sneaky. That would go poorly
Okay.
for Ergy.
So I will say, it was very faint, Cal. You just
Yeah.
caught like the tail end was like a tink.
Yeah, last time we were down here and something like that happened, we got an invoker. So, evoker, whatever.
Yeah.
Possessed guy that attacked us.
You guys stand there, everything kind of goes still. The sound has stopped. Nothing is moving. And then the sound picks up again, and you all can hear it. Tink. 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 And it stops. Again. Tink. 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 And it repeats that for the next few minutes.
It's constant mechanic.
I'm back. Sorry.
All good. Just ominous sounds, nothing big.
Oh, goody goody.
Does
I
this
heard
sound
briefly
like
something about a unicorn, but I'm thinking that was sarcastic.
No, that was legit. Definitely. That actually happened. Cal was told he was the chosen one. Yeah.
That was real.
Pretty much, yeah.
Does this sound like the sound is getting closer?
It's just this constant tink, tink, tink.
Alright.
Guys, what if I were to stealth ahead a bit? Like, it's darkness beyond the dancing lights, right? So I would be invisible.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a good
Unless there's
idea.
lava. As long as there's no lava light or something.
I'll be right
And
back,
zoom
guys. I
out.
gotta put the kids to bed.
So
Okie
yeah,
dokie.
Nyx is going to stealth ahead, assuming the others are staying back.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check for me. With advantage, because as soon as you leave that light, you disappear.
Yeah. I mean, I can do that with magic, but he just like walks out there and he's gone.
In fact,
7.
they're saying those things as you're standing like 10 feet away from them.
I think
Um,
it has to be at least 20 because I think Dancing Lights is 15-foot radius. So still
well, yeah.
though.
Nyx, as you progress further, you see the bridge up above. Some planks missing, but it still looks like, it could hold things, person, people. Off to your left, you see more glowing, the glow of a lava pit. Off to your right, you see it goes underneath the bridge into another cavern that kind of splits. The one to the right is more mossy, if you will. There's chunks of vegetation growing out of some plant. There's some cracks in the rock. The way off to the left continues and kind of goes down to the down to the left past the boulder. But you also notice that there is a ledge, maybe 20 feet up, with a wooden railing across it. It's weird to see signs of life, or signs at least of man-made structure in this place. You don't see anybody or anything that is living past what I've described. As you get closer to the bridge, you notice that the tink 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 noise is up. It's down one of those hallways up top.
Up top at the bridge level.
Yes. And that is, again, like 20 feet up, 15, 20 feet up.
No, I missed it. Is it like a tink tink tink, like the sound of a pickaxe against rock? Or like a hammer against steel? Or
It's
like
hard to
spider
tell.
legs against glass? It's metal.
Yeah, but
Okay.
even then, it's like, yeah, it's hard to place exactly what the sound is, because it's just tink, 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 then it stops for about 30 seconds, and then continues again, or he tinks and then stops.
Secret
It's always
blacksmith?
exactly 3.
Yes.
Definitely secret blacksmith. Came to get my chaos flame enchantment. Let's go.
Yeah, I think I've gone far enough. Next, we'll return quietly and tell the others. It sounds like it's coming up from one of the passageways beyond the bridge.
Ergy, all of a sudden, you hear Nix's voice from like right next to your ear.
Let out a little bit of a scream, growl, roar, awkward sound.
Oh, sorry. Let me step back into the light for you.
Like magic.
What's weird is that I can see in the dark. Still couldn't see you.
It's a nice thing I picked up.
Flash had already been pulling out like pittons and climbing hooks and just kind of looks disappointedly. Right. Rope of climbing. Puts everything back in the bag. Freaking magic.
You got my pickaxe and my shovel in there, right?
Oh, yeah, I got everything.
Yeah. That might come in handy.
Mm.
I will do that.
And like a slightly frayed snake, it snakes its way up, wraps around, ties itself in a nice little bow. And you guys, I'm not even going to make you roll because I think the rope climbing gives you advantage anyway, things like this.
Yeah.
So,
Anyone listening
you
just hears Clash mumble about years of training wasted on grappling hooks. Hundreds of gold.
Does the do the lights come with you, Cal?
Yeah, I'm keeping them dimmer and closer to the group. But yeah,
I'll just put
I
them like
don't want
that.
to announce our presence too much, but also you need to see.
Yeah. Managed to get up there. easily enough. You see two paths. One to the we're just going to call it the north, that leads literally into a boiling mass of lava. I'm just going to do a bit of last minute this because I forgot to do this earlier.
Oop.
Um, the other one continues down to the south, and that's obviously. You wait a sec. That's obviously where the sound is coming from. Um, the tunnel turns, and then there is just a well in the ground. Man-made stone well.
Do you think it grants wishes?
No.
Clash is whispering as loudly as he can, of course, not intentionally. It's just how he is.
Don't.
It's more likely to drag you in if you're not careful.
The sound is coming from that direction.
From in the well?
Hard to tell. Could
Oh,
be
you
in
would
the
have
well. Could be well.
like a reverberating multi-echo if it was down the well, unless it was a small well.
It's hard to tell.
Hmm.
Nick, do you want to check it out?
Hey, yeah. Nyx will stealth ahead again.
But if it does pull him in, how are we going to see him get pulled in?
Awesome.
I was sort of kidding about the point you in thing.
But what if?
I mean, I could also try to stealth up there, but further behind to not spoil his invisibility.
Hmm.
What are you guys doing?
I'm pretty confident Nyx will stealth ahead.
Go for it.
Okay. Go ahead and make another stealth check for me.
With
Some roll.
advantage again, or
Yep. Since you are invisible. Much better.
27 this time.
How am I still logged in? What the?
You stealth forward, sneaking as best you can, keeping to the even darker shadows right next to the wall. As you keep moving forward, you see another wooden railing along the right wall. Before the wall opens, displaying a massive cavern.
Do I get to see beyond the wall here? On the mapping way?
Oh, you can't see it?
No, but it stops at the wooden railing.
Well, in that case, we fix that for you.
There we go.
Beyond, you see. Well, let me see if there's a better description that I can read. Beyond, is a massive lake, dark, black water. In the middle of this very tall cavern sits an impossible ship, held in place by sharp rocks. The mast, the sails ripped and torn. The hull fairly intact. But there's a full-size ship in the middle of this cavern. You feel there was a play that you had seen in your youth about a bunch of children who went after pirate treasure and stumbled across a visage very similar to this. You feel like those children.
Thinking back to Thaddeus Holston's journals, it sounds familiar to what Thaddeus had written about a sunken ship. And Nix almost whispers out loud to himself about it, but he catches himself just in time. So from here, where Nix is, can he tell where the sound is coming from?
If you're looking at the ship, to your left. I'm standing right there. You can tell the sound is coming from deep inside. Looks like the well.
Uh-oh.
You also see past the well into what looks like the same mushroom forest, or at least a similar mushroom forest to what you guys saw when first entering this level of the dungeon. But that is, you can tell that it drops probably quite a ways. You're not sure how far this distance.
Gonna do a wisdom save real quick. 12. Okay. Nyx is going to slowly step up to the well and actually hesitating, then he's going to step back. Maybe it's a bad idea to look down into it. Nyx is going to retreat.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Hi. Hey, guys. So beyond the well, there's some mushroom forest thing again. And there's another wooden railing, and like there's this big ship over there on a lake.
Clash begins hopping in place. Very impatient.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And
Uh-oh.
it's mentioned in the
Lost connection
it's
again.
mentioned in the journal too. Okay, but anyway, the sound we've been hearing has been coming from down in the well.
Tink,
In here.
tink.
I almost looked down it, but it felt like a bad idea.
Oh.
Tink, tink, tink.
I lost connection. Catch me up in the last couple seconds. Okay.
And you were jumping
Gotcha.
up and down, excited.
Right.
As you get closer, the
Anyone
well
daring
descends.
enough to stand behind me, by the way, is likely going to get whipped by a cape. I'm just saying.
The well does not ping anything magical. What is magical is for those who can see in the dark, coming around that corner and seeing the vast cavern with this galleon-sized ship up on rocks, jagged rocks, in the center of a black lake.
Hal's gonna pull out a notebook and start scribbling into it really quick.
I'm looking over your shoulder because I can't see the boat from here. Yeah.
For those of you
One of
who are
the,
reading my notebook, it is a detailed description of the scene being written down, so I don't remember how I first experienced it.
where are the dancing lights, Cal?
Like within like the immediate adjacent tiles of me, so that we have like a 20-foot radius circle of dim light.
Dragonborns
Young ones
don't.
do
Yeah.
not.
I mean, you can always look at the notebook with me because I also can't see in the dark. Oh. Big boat. Oh no. I lose connection again? What's going on?
We can hear you.
We'll go ahead and take a peek
Am I
down the
back?
well.
Back. Alright.
Ergy breaks off, looks down the well. It descends for probably, you're estimating about 100 feet.
I walk over holding a rock. Now, there's one way to find out just how far this goes.
And Ergy, you see a
Ash,
light.
don't.
You see a light at the
Light.
bottom. Not firelight. It's not flickering, it's constant. It's a constant white or like gray light. The I will also say that there is an iron ladder extends the entire way down.
Rusty or like within the last 100 years or so built iron ladder?
Not rusty.
Not rusty.
Seemingly well maintained.
Clashes on the verge of having a nervous breakdown. Ladder that goes hundreds of feet into the ground. Big boat mysteriously underground on a lake. And mushroom forest. He doesn't know which way he wants to go.
Okay, considering it goes down further, I suggest we not go down the well just yet.
Probably our next goal, huh? Maybe we.
Maybe the key where the friends were going to make along the way down the well.
Well,
You
should
said
we?
that the hammering sound was coming from the boat or from the well?
Well,
I missed that part. The well? Oh, okay. We could just like have a little glance at the boat real quick, like that could be treasure.
Honestly, from your point of view, you can't really tell because the dim light kind of just fades after about 10 feet or so um, into complete darkness for you. Uh, for those who have dark vision, it drops probably 50 to 60 feet.
60. Yeah, it's 50. 50 feet. Oh, it's 60 actually. Yep, we're good.
Clash
I'll
once
throw the
again
rope down.
disappointingly puts Pittons back into his backpack.
Throw the rope down and gesture.
The rope once again ties itself off and doesn't drop, but slowly uncoils all the way down. Who's first?
I'll go.
Huzzah! I was hoping you would say it. And I'm down that rope like there's a duck metaphor somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah.
He's powerful.
Yeah.
He's he's Dark Souls sliding down the ladder. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. What's the marching order? So we've got Flash going down first.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next? You all make it down without issue because of a broken magic item. Probably one of the best magic items in the game.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Where are the dancing lights?
I think we're keeping them in about, unless somebody recommends something else. I'm
You want to
keeping them
send
in
them
our.
like around the boat so we can get an eye on what we're beholding, so
I
to speak.
don't know that I want to make anything that's in this giant cavern actively aware that we're here.
I mean, if they can see it over there, they can see it over here. Yeah.
All right.
And this isn't because I want to see the boat. That's not it. Definitely.
Then
Living here.
I'm
Being dark
gonna
anyway.
on the rail of the boat, 120-foot range, but I'm just gonna line them up along this rail of the boat and turn them to their normal brightness.
A single tear rolls down Clash's cheek. It's everything I ever imagined. Kraken's Nest. Portal to the water plane.
As the lights illuminate this massive ship,
It grows a mouth and reveals it's a
you
mimic
never.
boat.
Oh, we've done that one before. It's fine.
Oh, right, we did.
You see two things. First, a rope ladder leading from the top deck down to water, kind of drifting few feet in the water. Second thing you notice are ripples in the water as things seemingly duck underneath the blackness.
Telling you, Kraken. Is the ship
I was
besides
gonna
like
say the ship.
the wear and tear of like the sails? Is it like destroyed in any way?
It's honestly, for being down here, being where it is and how, who knows how it got here, it's in surprisingly good condition.
A really gentle Kraken. Uh, Do you think it'll fit through the tunnel?
Am I the only one worried about the ripples on the water?
If you don't think about it, they aren't real. Towards the boat. You're right. That's just like swimming with extra steps, though. Literally. Thank you.
Offended? Oh.
As you guys start to look around, there are along the beach that you guys have found yourselves on, which is fine, dark gravel. There does seem to be two paths out. First to the left looks like it runs itself through the flowers, the black flowers. The one to the right leads to a drop, a chasm almost, with these little lily pads basically hovering or being held up by something so small and across, almost like stepstones.
Every instinct in my body, not Clash's, in mine, says that those are carnivorous plants that are going to try and bite us when we step on them. Clash doesn't say this, but I do. Did we bring the rope down, or we leave it tied up? Yeah. I mean, Clash will never say no to throwing a grapple, but
Also, the
I
robot
can
climbing can
also,
climb a mountain.
yeah, it can just go up and tie itself anyway.
Not to ruin Clash's day anymore, but.
Sorry, Clash.
and that just does it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I throw a grapple.
That ties itself, but
It ties itself.
you still threw it.
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
I'm sorry, I was reading something. I missed most of the conversation. What are we doing?
uh,
Yeah, I agree.
I really want to go to the boat, but I understand the apprehension.
Under
Quick
the boat
question for the
first.
DM: Is the water? Does it seem like it's cold, or is it like a? Is it warm because of all the lava adjacent to lava, like a hot spring?
Would you like to feel it?
Uh, Oh, it's so risky. I mean, we'd be able to feel it like coming off of it. You know what I mean? You're like steamy or chilly.
I mean, it's not warm in this room. It's
Okay.
not
Okay.
muggy. It's not muggy or humid. But
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. If it was a hot spring, it'd be very, very misty, foggy, whatever the word. Steamy. There we go.
I mean, clashes here. It's at least kind of steamy.
Always.
do you guys
So no
climb back up?
swimming. Yeah. Come back later
Yeah.
with like water walk or.
Letting Clash take the rope of climbing, attach something to it, and throw it up before it attaches itself to a beam up there. You guys climb back up easily. You return
Uh,
to that.
does anything happen as I move the dancing lights low over the water and bring them back towards us?
Make a perception check.
And they pass into water?
I don't know,
I
but
imagine
I'm
so.
not. I'm just skimming them over the surface. So
As you bring the lights low on the water's surface and closer towards it, with a 12, you notice one thing, that there seems to still be some light in the hold of the ship before it vanishes as well.
Mm.
Lights continue towards you at your disposal, at your command. Nothing else moves. There are some ripples on the shore, tiny waves that weren't there before. Don't know where they're from or what happened. As the cavern once again goes dark, the lights returning to their master. I think we're going to end there for the night.
Or I was about to ask, or lava,
lava turns harmless.
but not from the lava, just the heat.
Yeah,
Mm,
Interesting.
yeah.
complicated,
Like
complicated.
the lava wouldn't like fuse with your boots or anything like that. But you would
And wouldn't
probably your
do
boots would
like
still
what is it,
melt to the heat.
20d10
Like
or something damage?
just take like 2d10 per round instead of 20d10. Like
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a pretty old school spell. I'm sure they've got something.
honestly, if we were getting really like hyper specific accurate, the proximity we've been to lava without any kind of suits or anything, we've all taken heat damage.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but
Technically,
that's
yeah.
no fun. But
Dang it.
Yeah. There's no Jeremy Crawford.
Yeah, but there is proximity to heat damage, like fire damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. All right.
All right. See you guys next time. Yep. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah. Welcome. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will. We probably good for next week. Anybody have any issues?
I should be good. I
Should.
should be good.
Should be good. Cool. Well, let's plan for that then. We'll
Word.
continue to see where you guys go next.
It's the boat.
Okay.
We're going to the boat.
Well,
Clash is going to the boat.
Rules as written, yeah.
I crashed.
Whether
Let
or
you
not
cross
that's a
what?
fun ruling, that's another question. But I think rules as written, it says
I
yes. I mean, it says mud. Like,
Let you
yeah,
cross what? I lost signal right there. Oh,
yeah, I'd probably rule it
what is
as
going on with my signal?
no, personally, because that's more fun instead of just one spell gets rid of all.
I think rule of cool says it shouldn't work, even though the spell says it should.
Yeah.
The
Kind of, yeah.
Legolas walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyway,
Nice.
that's nice. Well, hope you guys have a good night.
Mm.
I'm going to be up for a long time because I just drank a massive thing of Mountain Dew.
Oof.
So, yeah.
That'll be fun.
Have a good night, guys.
Catch you
Yeah,
later.
next week.